During my last hunt, I showed it before dark, spotted hogs in the distance, made a beeline down the fence line towards the hogs, got set up, and was able to shoot some hogs. Well, this time the hogs are in the same basic area. I'm going to make my travels down the fence line, get set up about 50 yards beyond where I was. The hogs have moved off to the left, and I was able to get a shot at some of them. Carpe Sus when hunting up in North Texas. These are those hogs, but this is closer to midnight now, so this isn't during daylight hours. I've got a nice little sounder, and while there is a breeze, it is working in my favor at this point. Given that I found hogs in the same places last night, I'm thinking they're probably the same hogs, and last night they came in from the right and they ran off to the right, and I assume they're going to do that again. So when I'm going to be set up shooting my Fusion Thermal Avenger 55 XR, I'm going to be starting on the right hand side. In particular with that sow. I hope to shoot her with my Lone Star Armory TX15 multi-purpose carbine enhanced in 6.5 Grendel, through which I'll be firing some Hornady SST 123 grain bullets loaded by Druid Hill Armory and a Starline brass. Alright, there's a nice tank dam. I want to use that tank dam as a backstop because from this shooting point I've got a lot of ridge tops to deal with, and so I just need the sow to move on over to the left before taking the shot. So I want her to be there. It's going to be perfect. She's the trailing hog. I'm going to shoot her. They're all going to run off to the right. I'm going to use the tank dam as a backstop and have a safe field to fire. It's good to have a plan, but not all plans are good. Alright, watch what happens right here. A little one moves in front. Boom, 2 go down. And all of the hogs run in the wrong direction. And so I'm left with a twofer.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
2 down with 1 shot, and I came away with a 140-pound pregnant female and a 55-pound male that was shot through the ear, the bullet then going through the back of the head, continuing on through the female, penetrating the shoulder, breaking the shoulder, and then going through to the thoracic spine. And she was pregnant with 7 on board. These were teeny tiny, and I had trouble finding them, and I ended up damaging number 7 in the process. Moving on to my next property, I spotted these hogs from the gate, and because of the way the wind was blowing, I had to cross upwinded them to get to the other side of the field so that I could make an approach towards them. Otherwise I'd be approaching with the wind. And I estimate there are about 23 hogs here. Usually when I shoot at hogs in this field, they run to the far right hand corner from where I am, so I'm starting on the right side with this hog. I look for the other hogs, they circle around. I have trouble at distance. So I see this runner coming up close and I swing on it. And then I realize that there's going to be a tractor that I need to wait on. Then once it clears the tractor, I hit it. I pick up this next one that drops just beyond the fence. There it goes. And this wounded hog, I whiffed that shot and I drop it on the run. Might have had a shot at that one. Best not to take it since I wasn't certain. Of course, that little one's in front of the tractor again, and the one in the distance runs in front of the tractor. Nothing there. No other shots out in the field. I came away with my opening hog being a 145-pound boar. The next hog was somewhere between 80 and 100 pounds. It was on the other side of the fence. It was a gilt. And the last hog was a 100-pound boar. While looking at the first hog, I heard these piglets come up. I had to unpack everything that I had on my back and get all set up again. And they had taken off at this point. And I tried here. And I think both of those shots may have connected. The third shot was definitely a miss. But neither the landowner nor I could find the hogs either that night or the next morning. So those 5 and 7 on board did it for my night. At this point, I would like to thank all of y'all that have left me comments or written me questions in the past. I do enjoy reading those, and I get to those as quickly as I can. If you do have any questions or any comments, please leave them below, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Thank you very much. Carpe sus, my friends.